All right, how y'all doing? I'm doing fine. Living like it's 1999. Drama in the morning. We're gonna go over this Cat Smith's beef with Savannah for a few minutes here, and I'm just gonna get my input on it.
Because the only BBC you say you want in this sector wants a different BBC. He looking for a BBC too. But what would that say about you? What would your family or your children or your husband, your ex-husband who loves you because you're the mother of his kids, what would they think about you, bitch, if they heard the shit that comes out of your mouth? What would they think about you if you heard that, like...
She a grown ass woman. This is a 60-year-old grown ass woman. Okay.
This is what the fuck you do, or that you're chasing BBC on the internet. What would they think about you? Would they respect you? Would they ask?
And if anybody wants to talk about Jimmy being a groomer, just look no further than the video below here and tell me if he's worth looking up to. That's all. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to stop there, folks. Nothing else to say about the 60-minute Australia video.
Why are you doing this shit? Like, what is the point? Would they ask you about that? Because I bet you your children don't know your YouTube channel. See, mine do. My children know mine. Every once in a while, they'll watch a video and they'll text me like, yo, mama, chill. Like, yo, mama, you sound psychotic. Like, yo, mama, what the fuck? Who is this old bitch? We want to see what she looks like. They don't get involved, but they will ask questions. They will watch my videos from time to time. So there ain't shit you can...
Well, if your kids are grown, ain't nothing wrong with that, but...
do to me. Like, my husband is aware, my family is aware, my children are aware. No. But what would your people think about you? And cancel subject, if you over there snoring, then click the fuck off, bitch. You ain't gotta be here. I didn't ask you to fucking be here. All you raggedy ass fucking trolls. What's good, Raven? Hi, honey buns. What would your children think about you chasing after a crack baby on food stamps and another dude living in another state on food stamps with no job, and you up here talking about how you give your money to these people?
Well, we giving our money to, well, not me, but some of us are giving our money to a man with no job living in his girlfriend mama house at 50. I want to know what's so glamorous about that life. That's what I want to know. I mean, hey, that's all I got to say about this shit, man. I'm just saying, man, because I've spent so much time, defending this guy and blah, 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 woo, 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 right? But if he was to talk some shit, why would I not bring this shit up? That's where I'm going. That's where I sit in all this shit. But okay. How do we know that he's not on government assistance and food stamps? He doesn't work, and when he does work, it's bullshit jobs. He begs for money on the internet. Go on.
You give your money. You give your money to Willie. What happened to rule number 5 and 6? That you don't have to share your money or your time. Because that's what the fuck you're doing with Willie. You were sharing your money and your time. But wasn't that one of the rules that you told LA that you like living by yourself because you ain't got to share your money and you ain't got to share your time? But you broke your own rule, bitch. You broke your own rule, bitch. Now, I got smoke for her too, but right now, this is smoke for the old bitch that wants to run her fucking mouth and then play victim and act like she doesn't know what she's done that was so bad.
I mean, around the time Tiffany died, we were all, well, I mean, everybody that wasn't RGR was coming at her. I did too. I'm guilty of that as well. Now, I didn't double down on it, but, you know, because just like most of us, we don't know Tiffany. Savannah's new here. Savannah doesn't know the history of Tiffany, but however, we do. And I understand that that's your friend. You're close to Tiffany. So I don't have issues with Kat. I don't have issues with you. So I'm not going to go down that road, but I will say that, yeah, Tiffany's reputation, I can see it was easy for people to attack her. I'll say that much. But that's not an excuse because, like, once somebody dies, it's kind of like that changes your entire perspective. Even if you had heat with that person before they died, it hit different when somebody dies, it hits different. So that's my unbiased take on this shit. So I can see why Savannah should have never said that shit. So yeah, I can see. I'll call a spade on that.
She don't know what she did that was so wrong that made everybody want to come for her.
Everybody?
See, Jamila knows what to say to push buttons.
Uh-oh. Now here's where you about to fuck up.
Jamila knows what to say to push buttons to make people react to her, because that's what Jamila wants. Jamila wants reaction. Jamila wants people to argue. She wants people to argue with. She wants all that shit. Just like
now, it would be different if none of y'all acknowledged that. Go on, watch out.
I heard Jamila say that Tiffany had sex with Mike Mills back in 2013. The fuck, we didn't even know Mike Mills. We didn't know nothing about Mike Mills in 2013.
And that pressures everybody to go on a Jamila campaign. When she says things, this is what I'm talking about with Jamila. She will say things that are blatant lies. And we're supposed to entertain things that are obviously fiction. You would have to be out of your goddamn mind to argue with some stupid shit like that. I would just shake my head and just ignore everything she said. That's how I'll treat Jamila. If you're going to sit up here and make up some blatant lies and just some fantasy world shit, why would I even waste my time on you? That's the way I've always seen Jamila since day one. And before Mike Mills wants to run his mouth about me again, because you ain't worth listening to, nobody with a brain gave a fuck about Jamila when she was attractive, nigga. Facts. Jimmy, nor I, nor any of us over here, but the few people that stalk her, gave a fuck about that bitch before she was a hag. Now, this is what I have a problem with. So Jamila can just say anything and just get a reaction. And it just never fails. Never. Nobody just ever stopped like I did and say, man, I'm just going to ignore this bitch because she ain't even saying nothing. How can blatant lies keep pushing y'all buttons like this? I just don't get it. I want somebody to really break it down and explain it to me because maybe it's all the crack smoking I did with Tanisha because it's not making sense to me. But that can't be it because it ain't making sense to Jimmy. It ain't making sense to Ralph. It ain't making sense to Rio. It just ain't making sense. It ain't connecting. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Peace.